Hopefully we will see that in game 2. Elimination is on the line, but this is not the time for hesitation. It is the time to rally the troops and charge forward.
Do or die.
Can Wildcard pull that off?
They're not the first North American team to be on the brink of elimination at TI. They'll probably not be the last. Well, they might be the last, actually, the way things are going.
Come on. Avery's quite the doomer.
Look, I am one of the biggest North American supporters of all time, Austin.
Being a supporter, does that just mean you played in the region?
No, I talk to NA players all the time. I help them. I've coached NA players. I've given advice. I've been there in the trenches.
Who have you coached? I mean, besides officially coaching Evil Genius.
I am not I'm not going to be able to disclose that information. I'm legally bound by contract. I take my professional responsibilities very seriously.
Okay. Did you coach Wildcard at all?
No.
Well, there you go.
I did talk to their owner a while back, though.
I guess that counts as supporting the NA region. 2-2 bounty splits. Smoke up from both sides, but no action to be found. A little hard for Boom to make that happen against a Night Stalker as it turns night as the bounty runes spawn. Fade's going to go for a block on the creep wave. And Pugna immediately teleports, so he really wants to make sure they do not give this free creep equilibrium. John Wells going to tank the creep wave, make sure it doesn't go under tower.
It'll always take one tower shot, I believe. No, he got it perfect.
If you could body block it, yeah, then you can...
Yeah, he nailed that. So no advantage for Fade. That's a little sad as they were keeping the supports off the lane. This Disruptor's going to be late to the party. Tough early lane to trade into, even though you're Night Stalker during this nighttime. Pugna Medusa, so much long-range nuke and harassment power, and you have a Disruptor that's not offering you the greatest early aggression, especially as a 4 in the offlane.
Look at the start there for Yamson. This can sometimes happen with Darkseer, Ion Shell pushing in the wave. You know, really good carries will punish you in that first wave or two, and that is exactly what happened. 4 and 3, got 3 of the 4 denies on the first wave.
That's what you want to see. Good first waves versus Darkseer mean everything against this hero. Gotta slow him down so he doesn't get the level advantage on you and go for that all-in kill around the levels 3, 5. The Ion Shell timings is when he can always turn any lane around. And you need the Sven to have a good start here because he is against tough matchups. If he's ahead, can always just push through it. But if you fall behind, if you die in this lane phase, you are never going to push through this Medusa.
Meanwhile, RCY, he had a very good start in game 1 when it came to laning phase and the CS that he was able to get, but it seems that she was on the other foot now. Armel getting a 6-2 lead over RCY.
I mean, he's warmed up. Might beat Armel in game 1, but nobody beats Armel in game 2.
Besides all the teams who have beaten Armel in game 2 at
nobody beats Armel in game 3. You do not want to play against game 3 Armel. I'm telling you, that's just straight nasty.
Did you ever have to do that?
Honestly, I might have, but I've purposely forgotten.
You blocked that memory out
trauma.
It was too much trauma. Armel was too much for you to handle.
Dude, game 3 Armel, that's nightmare fuel.
Battle over the creep pulls here on this bottom lane. The hard camp being available to a Night Stalker Disruptor, that's a pretty nice advantage. It's hard to like contest those kind of wave pulls because Night Stalker, both through the void and the extra vision he gets and the extra movement speed, he's going to be able to threaten John Well whenever he goes for this.
You just need to get this equilibrium back as much as you can so you don't have to play up against the double range. Top is always going to shove in, so you can just pull and stack as much as possible for the Sven.
Ooh,
farm. Oh, he had a blood grenade.
Die here. Blood grenade on Armel for the first blood.
I told you, man. Like, this guy starts heating up. You just buying blood grenades, solo killing people now.
You know what the worst part was? Is that RCY was in that position to try and get a ranged creep, and he left it with like 10 HP. So not only did he die, he didn't even get the range creep he was searching for. Armel denied it after killing RCY.
As good a start as Yamson has, the Storm start has equalized it for Wildcard here.
Yeah, he was so far ahead, 27-4, but Jack Boys dies. One final blast comes out. John Well does manage to get the turnaround kill. But Big Num is in a position here with the glimpse. Oh, he missed the blood grenade! That was a guaranteed kill, a Thunderstrike, maybe to finish him off. He dropped a ward to get the Thunderstrike. So Big Num, he bungles the blood grenade, but he still comes up clutch with the ward drop.
I mean, it was all bait just to get the salve out of him.
I guess so.
You trade, 50 gold for 100. That's worth it.
That's NA maths right there.
That's NA math, 100%.
Yamson. Oh, what?
Oh, interference.
A Centaur stun separates Yamson from jabs, and they get away from the Ion Shell without too much damage being taken.
You survived that all-in attempt with the level 3 Darkseer timing. It's worth something here.
Yeah, it'll be hard for them to go for that again with the resources low on jabs. And it's pretty annoying for this double melee matched up against the support Batrider.
Wildcard are at least getting something going for him here. It's important in this stressful game, too, that you find something, right? That Dusa kill is huge for morale. That's going to go a super long way. Yamson's start is really big here. Mid lane's a little worrying with how much Armel's extracted here in terms of the difference. He is so far ahead of the Storm. Just forced him out the lane, level 6-4. Yeah, that's a lot of consumable gold for RCY, and it didn't even keep him on the lane. Brutal. Brutal stuff for him. Was a first pick Storm, though, so you have to expect his game is likely going to be a little rough. Armel had his choice of what was going to go in here. Chose something he's very comfortable with. He'll make it up on the side lanes. It's going to be that daytime period for the Night Stalker, too. So this is when Jackie's going to free farm the lane back. You're going to have to push towards that level 6. A little period of downtime for Wildcard, but maybe if you get some stacks up for the Sven during this period, you can at least make it efficient.
What do you make of the support Batrider, by the way? You think this is going to be a trend? Because I feel like we're seeing more and more Batrider who's creeping up in pubs, a lot of core Batrider. We're seeing more and more support being picked up, I think, for this road to TI compared to the last couple of tournaments.
It's a displacement hero at the International,
Yeah.
He's always going to have a place. His laning's generally pretty strong. Can almost lane against anything in the game and always give you opportunities to work that lane into your favor. He clears stacks. He's a pretty good stacker himself. Jump initiator. The hero's just well-rounded. Even if he's not in the most broken state he's been in, we're probably going to see some fair amount of him.
No, and he certainly has not been in a broken state.
No.
He has been picked a lot at this road to TI, but not much success. He has been picked up 15 times and only won 5 of them.
And this is the classic John Well Boom Esports move.
Yep.
Send the Pugna mid, take your tower with the catapult.
And
Armel opened it up, and he'll claim it.
Especially if Armel gets so far ahead.
Look at the difference, man.
Yeah,
that
it's
is
mad.
just skill diff right
He's
there.
almost doubling up on RCY.
Oi, Philippines! Woo!
I don't know if you should be using a Team Nemesis line after what Boom did to him yesterday.
Well, I mean, they also beat Team Nemesis, so.
That's true. At least
That'd be funny if Valve gave you the chat wheel lines of every team that you beat.
That's a good idea.
At the road to TI and TI. You collect the scalps. Yamson is still rivaling the Queen of Pain in net worth. Still doing very well for himself in this top lane.
Yeah, but that's not the guy he's supposed to be rivaling.
Yeah, yeah.
He's supposed to be ahead of the Dusa, which he is.
He is.
Oh, they're TPing the Queen up here. If they get the kill on him.
I was going to say, once Armel comes into play, Yamson may not keep that net worth, that distance he has over the Medusa for long.
That's a super nice play call. Just very clean execution. You get this Sonic Wave to hit the best target on the map, the one guy for Wildcard that was having a very good early game that can snowball, and you just shut him down. So valuable. You're giving a little recovery to the Storm, but who cares? You got the biggest target on the map, more experience for this Queen of Pain, little extra experience for Tims, and your Dusa gets to solo free farm down here. I mean, it's a dream situation for Boom right now in this game, too. It's just trying to close this series out, not let Wildcard get anything going. It's going to have to come down to Fade here on this Night Stalker. Like, he's going to have to make these Ascensions work. He's going to have to use this 10 to 15 nighttime to do something around the map. This cannot be a super passive game from Wildcard with this draft. Again, you're a little bit on a clock here.
And he's working towards the Helm of Dom. He's just not going to have the same kind of killer items that traditional core Night Stalkers have on the second nighttime. The second nighttime is where you're supposed to actually start having an impact in the game. And I really am not sure that the Helmet Dom is going to do much for you.
The thing about this item is it's very efficient.
I think it just messes up your timings, and Night Stalker is a timing hero.
It's just not, the way people have been using it doesn't feel very aggressive. It's not like these old Helmet Doms where you buy it and you go around and you speed the game up. Like, sure, you can take towers with it, and if you get max value, it's very efficient, and I'm sure it doesn't slow you down total net worth-wise. But in a lot of these games, it feels like you're buying it, and it's just like a Midas.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if I'm super sold on that. You know, like, let's say he just went Midas here on Night Stalker. Would you feel good about it in terms of how this game has to progress for Wildcard? I wouldn't.
No, not at all.
If he can use this Dom to translate quick plays and fights into extra tier 1s, I'm all for it. That's the peak usage of it here in a game like this.
And they need to be ready to get out of that top lane. Good call from Wildcard.
Yeah, this is great.
Now it's going to be, the onus is going to be on Boom on how well they react to Jack Boys getting jumped here. As he is going to start challenging him. Stun in from behind. Static Storm gets laid out. No opportunity for an ultimate to be dropped. They've already burned through the mana, and the teleports in from Boom Esports just means more kills for Wildcard. As the Decrepify and a toss away gives Tims a chance, an opportunity to actually get away. They limit the losses to just, they got the glimpse on him. That's going to be a third loss for Boom Esports.
Exactly what you want with this lineup. Power of the Dark Ascension, starting things off. You bring numbers and you catch Boom off guard. Another super influential kill on this Medusa.
Legitimately, I think that was a game-winning, game-losing moment.
Yep.
Right? If they stay in the top lane and they get jumped by Boom Esports with the Quap there, they lose that fight and all momentum is gone from this game.
That's a massive swing, especially if they can convert on the tower. It's looking a little iffy. I might have to back up here, but that's still a tremendous value play.
It also speeds along Fade to a Phase Boots, especially if they can kill the Quap here as well. RCY laid out a bait, they hurricane him back in, trying to keep him inside the silence, and he ticks out.
Man.
As Big Num catches him with a Thunder Strike. All of a sudden, Fade went from no boots to almost Phase Boots.
Cherry on top of that sequence. Massive Queen of Pain kill, all while your Sven is farming. That's one way to kick off this nighttime period for the Night Stalker. Just 4 kills into some tower pressure.
I just can't believe they're bringing the fight to the Night Stalker again. Like, the first time getting caught, Dusa, gets jumped, you try and TP and save him. I get it, but I feel like that's just the wrong idea to bring the Quap down to this Night Stalker lane in the first place, during nighttime.
I mean, the thing is, even those TPs were slow. It was not a move they were expecting. Yeah. They went in 1 by 1. They ended up canceling the 2 at the end because they were just so delayed. This is a nighttime where it felt as if Boom could have just farmed and had TPs available to counterplay and stalled this period out. Instead, they got sucked into Wildcard's great move and have paid a massive price for it. This game has completely equalized. Exactly what you wanted to see out of this Night Stalker. And like you said, Phase Boots done. Huge win for Fade during this period.
And this is the thing you were talking about with the Helmet Dominator, right? Pick off into threatening the tower, something Night Stalker is kind of okay because he's got some physical damage, but he's not the fastest. But the Helmet Dom speed things up significantly, and now he's got 3 minutes left at the second nighttime to look for another pickoff into a tower push.
If they can get another kill in the river or that Radiant jungle area, transition it into some pressure on tier 1 mid, that's like the theoretical ideal right here. Might not be able to find it just if Boom plays super defensive, and I don't think you just want to force the tier 1 mid with Night Stalker plus Helm creep. You kind of can, but you're worried again about Boom being able to group up ahead of you and meet you 5-on-5, 4-on-4, whatever it is.
Fade takes the creep wave. I'm not sure if RCY really appreciates that, because RCY is still the lowest net worth core in this game.
We'll put some pressure on the tower. Well, they're looking for Armel up here.
Get the glimpse back into the Static Storm. With the Sven behind him, they certainly have the damage. The Blade will not protect you here. Does a lot of damage back to Yamson, but not enough.
That's a painful kill, but a great kill. Getting the Sven involved, very little use. Still have Lasso to play with, still have a lot of Storm mana on the map. Now you can look for this connection to mid. I mean, Boomer just sitting here, sitting ducks.
Jab's gonna be grabbed. Does have a mech, has plenty of HP to work with, but he doesn't have a Pugna, because Pugna was jumped on by the Night Stalker in from behind. The silence going to wear out, though, and now we can turn around and start getting some of those heals. Toss forward, jabs. He actually gets tossed into the team, gets a wall off, and Wildcard are unable to get a kill. Boom. Playing defensively around their tower will stay alive.
Helm Mech already done on this Darkseer. He's tanky. Sister Shroud, full wand. Night Stalker's not able to solo the Pugna completely. Would change that fight a lot. Not enough damage in the tank, and no one else helped him jump that target. I think that was a nice opportunity for Wildcard, unable to capitalize. And every time you miss one of those fights going your way, it is time for the Dusa to just farm. It feels kind of bad.
Speed, he tried to take a gander, see if Boom do not go for their Wisdom Shrine right away, but Armel was already in place for it. Good read by Yamson, moving to the other side of the map at the right time. Quap is playing up here, and there is a trio between the Tiny, Pugna, and Darkseer, currently looking for heroes in the jungle.
I mean, Boom can continue to look for stuff with the Queen, but they honestly don't have to force the issue too much here. I don't think they're under a lot of pressure to aggressively take space away from Wildcard, as long as all their cores are finding farm and not getting picked off.
Yeah, time is on Boom's side here, right?
For sure. You can just protect your cores. Protect them pushing the lanes in, look for the occasional play with the Sonic Wave or whatever. That's kind of the tempo you're looking for. Look for a freebie here on this Disruptor, and it should be a big number.
Easy pickoff and a valuable one. Big Num, he was getting the last hits on a lot of these kills. He actually had a dominating kill streak.
And now you enter that daytime period that's, again, rough for the Night Stalker to try and be the initiator and look for the aggressive plays. We'll have a Dark Ascension soon.
Speed getting greedy, trying to stick around to cut a wave. He's going to teleport away, but he's spotted. Avalanche will stop him in time.
Expensive teleport. Even got the kill to the Dusa. That's just pure juice.
They do have Darkness coming up. It's
okay, you gotta stop that. I mean, that's illegal right there versus Disruptor.
Yeah. I'm always a little bit skittish about using Darkness so early into a daytime, because it just feels like there's this gigantic opening for the enemy team to pressure you once the Darkness expires. But if you can get the right kind of team fight here, going after jabs first and caught the Pugna inside the silence, this is good setup for Wildcard. 2 quick kills for them and some galvanized stacks funneled to RCY.
Oh, they are hunting, man.
And they've got the Night Stalker Disruptor duo.
Oh, yeah.
You get the clear vision, the chase down combined with the glimpse. Unfortunately, the Disruptor not in position to get the extra kill for them here.
Good sequence, though. 2 kills into the tier 1. Exactly what you're looking for. Every Night Stalker ulti. 4 stacks for the Storm, as you said, and double Blink Dagger reveal. Not something Boom were prepared for. Definitely a lot faster pace from Wildcard. This game, too.
Yes.
Which is what you want to see with this lineup. Just got to keep making good plays like that. You can't take your foot off the pedal for too long in this game. But your cores are now in a good position. This is where you kind of want it to be.
2,000 net worth lead for Wildcard, and they will be forced to take a breather as it is daytime with no Darkness. So expect Boom to be the aggressors now and see if they can claw back that net worth lead into their own favor. Once again, the trio of the 2 supports in the offlaner will go looking. Not pairing up with the Quap. They've left the Quap to do a lot of the lane shove, which is kind of interesting. They want to make sure this Quap continues to scale up. They go after Fade. Fade can blink away, though. Blinks out before Tims can get the avalanche on him.
Downside of this Tiny build, he's, again, going for the Solar Crest buildup. We saw him do it in the other game as well. Don't have this Blink Dagger. He's kind of relying on the Surge initiation, but incredibly unreliable against these Blink cores plus the Storm.
Yeah. Yeah. They do have the ability to pressure objectives if they fail to get kills, thanks to having a Pugna. So that will be an off-lane tower down. The glimpse back on Tims, but there's no way Wildcard are trying anything here.
Yeah, not against him either. A tanky target.
Yeah.
Amp damage in the top river if anybody spots it. I mean, this has been a great period for Wildcard. They really turned this game around. I mean, your Storm's ahead of that Queen by 1,000. After that start,
Yeah, seriously.
he'll get the amp damage here. Witchblade online, Kaya done. He's got Lotus. He is strong right now. Not the prettiest game for RCY, but he ended up in a very solid position. And you look towards Armel, he had such a beautiful start off the mid lane, the Sonic Wave kill top, and it's turned into nothing here. Gonna have to go back to Jackie. He's gonna have to lead the charge with nice timings on the Medusa. Can absolutely do it. Still a very good Medusa game.
Double ward setup on the top lane where Jackie is pushing out.
Oh man, look, this would be
the one hero
huge
that has not slowed down too much is Jackie's Medusa.
Oh, this could be a sick bait.
Are they going to be baited by the Manta? They will not. They get the jump. They have killed the Medusa. A massive pickup for Wildcard. And another straight push into an objective. And this is another Tormentor timing. They control this side of the map. They'll be able to play with that vision. It'll also turn into nighttime when the Tormentor spawns. So Wildcard continue to stay in a very good spot here. Ooh, got the last hit on the Helmet Dom creep jabs. Not in a position to switch it to something else.
Just a draft difference from that game one. All the play options are now on Wildcard side, whereas Boom had it in game one. Boom's strength is the 5-on-5. I don't think we've seen a 5v5. And that speaks to Wildcard controlling this pace really well. They're splitting the map up. They're forcing little engagements, little skirmishes. Not everybody's there to join. They're outnumbering Boom. That's super important with this kind of lineup. Making it work.
Boom. We'll smoke to the Tormentor. Hoping to catch Wildcard midway through doing it here, but
this is dangerous. Even during this nighttime, if you're Wildcard, you have to read when Boom group up.
They go through the gate. They might catch RCY in the low ground here. They went up, though, instead of down. And now they're going to spot him as RCY gets up to the high ground. He's already made his zip away, and he's got plenty of mana to work with.
Yeah, he's gone. The only way he ever dies in this game is you get caught by a timer.
Yeah. So the Tormentor to play for, but this is, as you said, a dangerous move. You're going to be a bit low. It's nighttime. Wildcard have the ability to contest. Boom do not immediately teleport out like Wildcard did last time, and Fade's already jumped straight in. Got a little attention, Yamson. Now it's his opportunity to make the initiation. Goes to the Dusa. BKB goes out, silence on the Dusa, trying to finish her up. They burn through the mana. No chance for a Stone Gaze once again. Jackie is just unable to use his ultimate, and once he's gone, much of Boom is gone as well. They're going to kite him out here and make sure that these heroes who do have damage to threaten heroes, kite them out, make sure nobody dies. Wildcard, look at the HP pools on all 5 of their heroes. They're all low, but none of them die.
Beautifully played there, taking advantage of some low HP off the Tormentor. And some really nice stuns from Yamson. He goes in there, stuns, gets some damage off, kites a little bit, goes back in. He is just taking the fight to this Medusa. He's making this matchup look easy.
It really is. It's surprising how well it's working with them initiating on Dusa every time.
I mean, the biggest factor here is no butterfly for Jackie, right? If he has extra evasion here, it might make a world of difference.
Sure.
If you miss 2 or 3 hits from this Sven, you live longer, that whole fight can change. But you're a little faster on all your timings, these fights work out for you. I mean, that's Dota.
And another part is, they may have jumped on the Deuce and everything, but they also jumped on the Quap. The Quap died at the start, right?
Yeah, take Armel out.
You would think jumping on the Deuce, that the tankiest hero, would give a free game for Armel to get a lot of damage out. But since they got on top of him with the Night Stalker, now catching John Well in the top lane, pushing into a tier 2 with a massive creep wave. Triple range creep, a siege wagon, and a Helmet Dom creep. I think this tower's just dead.
I mean, they've just taken this game over. They have so many jumps. If you ever pull ahead in this game like this, you're just starting to jump people. You go in those fights, the 5-man ball from Boom is strong, but as you mentioned, you can jump 3 or 4 targets at the same time. You can pull that Pugna out. You can silence 2 or 3 heroes in the middle of the fight. You can jump the Dusa with the Sven. There's no clear target for Boom to focus down, and their focus fire damage is a little lackluster. It's mainly the Queen of Pain, who's just been completely shut down out of that early game.
Yep.
You need BKBs here if you're Boom.
RCY, little fearless. Avalanche, but the follow-up from the rest of Wildcard. It's an overwhelming jump. And there's not much that Boom can do about it. Tim's, like, he responded well with the Avalanche. They had the Pugna behind them, but when it's all 5 heroes, Wildcard are just playing fast here. Going straight into the Ancient at 23 minutes. That maybe is a little bit too far. RCY, they're still going for it. Yamson follows through with a BKB. Doesn't manage to get that kill, but he's low, and he's going to die. A Sonic Wave. They couldn't get the lasso out in time. Now they're trying to finish off Armel. RCY gets that, but now he's out of mana. They try and give him enough mana to get him over the cliff, and they do manage to do so. They all get out except for Yams. That was so dangerous from Wildcard. I cannot believe they just did that.
I love the idea, though. Like, if you're going to go out on your terms, you know, go out with confidence, aggressiveness, guns blazing.
I guess so.
And it kind of worked out.
I mean, I love the idea of going high ground. I did not love the idea of diving tier 4s.
That looked like it was about to be a mega throw.
Yes.
Very clutch glimpse from Bignum at the end to bail those heroes' TPs out so the Medusa couldn't kill them. That was very clutch. Otherwise, you pay a massive price on that exchange. But
yeah,
it kind of worked out, I guess, you know?
It did. It did. No, it certainly did. I think the death on Yamson, honestly, is fine.
Yeah, it's acceptable here. You still have to be careful about this, like, Dusa Sven matchup. If it ever gets to a situation where Yamson does die in a fight and the Dusa stands tall, you're going to run into problems. But as long as you keep these other heroes down, you're content with it.
I would trade a little bit of farm on the Sven to give a little bit of farm to the Storm. Because if you could get the Storm to BKB, you have triple BKB cores, you're untouchable in these fights. The Dusa doesn't do enough physical damage yet to be a threat, and the rest is all magic damage from the side of Boom.
Oh, so, yeah, your Tricore scales really well here. Even the Night Stalker, like, I don't mind more farm on the Night Stalker this game. You get to Nullifier territory, you're just going to run this Pugna down. There's no counterplay. It's a great Nullifier against Pugna Darkseer. Whew.
It is going to go into daytime here, but I think any, smoke darkness play, any pickoff, leads to Wildcard being capable of doing Roshan.
They can honestly probably force it at night. The only thing is the 5v5 around the pit's a little spooky. You almost always rather get the fight into objective this game if you're Wildcard. I think Boom are probably more comfortable straight up forcing an objective into a fight.
Yeah.
But they're behind, and they do not have the confidence to do that right now. And I don't know, this Solar Crest build on Tim's, it did not pan out this game, because normally if you snowball a bit more, the Dusa hits her timings, you're forcing objectives. You don't need the blink, because they're going to come to you. But they came to you this game, and they beat your ass. And now, you've not had that blink to try and make counterplays around the map, as we saw a couple of ganks failed because of it. Hurts your comeback potential. Makes your Dusa stronger, hurts your comeback potential for the other heroes. They're just more all in around this Medusa, which is the centerpiece of this lineup. Daedalus
plus level 20 soon on Yamson.
Good stuff for him.
I mean, with this facet, I've been feeling this a lot. It's just like, even when you don't have God Strength, you get this Daedalus build with the extra damage you're getting off the facet. It's just like, oof.
It's such a crazy damage power spike. I mean, this has to be the best Daedalus hero in the game, right?
Yeah.
Who is even a better Daedalus carrier? I know there's going to be a bunch of nerds out there that are like, oh, Terrorblade. But no.
What?
You're just a dirty Terrorblade spammer and no one likes you. Real men play Sven.
I would say at certain points with the right-click Kunkka builds, Kunkka was another one of the
but that's kind of cheating. You know?
It's.
I mean, that's like saying like old, double Daedalus Ember. Like, oh, okay, yeah, technically you're right. Eternal Envy, ooh, but it doesn't count.
that sound with paired up with Jackie Mao's name is something else.
All right, another Dark Ascension period. Get those smokes going. Look for that aggressiveness. You have the BKBs. You're invincible in the fight. You just got to find some targets to slay.
Wildcard are playing this correct. There's smoke, and they're wrapping all the way around. They're not trying to shortcut it and run up blind into this high ground area, and they're leading RCY, lead the chase, and the shield drone. They got the initiation onto the Pugna, perfect start, and once again, the Static Storm Dusa not able to get off a Stone Gaze, glimpse back into that one. They're still taking the damage, though. Maybe they can actually fight this out still. Once again, Wildcard are playing for the kite, though. They haven't lost anybody yet, and with the clear vision of the darkness and the Disruptor glimpses, it's hard for Boom to move around. They can't quite retreat, and now they're going to be re-initiated on, but they clump a little bit too much. They can double silence, a quick in and out from the Night Stalker and Storm Spirit. They got the Stone Gaze out of Jackie as well. Boom try for the retreat. Big Nub looks for the glimpse. It looks like it's just going to be 2 pickoffs. The darkness does expire, and I think maybe Boom have limited their losses enough. Wildcard cannot go for the Roshan.
What an interesting fight. Oh, that felt so good for Boom. Oh, okay. They do get something out of that, maybe.
Turn around pick. Nice Ghost Scepter. And up the tree goes vacuum back in, though.
Man, is that enough to do Roche here? Pretty tempting.
It almost feels like you have to try.
He's so close to Scotty, too.
He is,
a massive item in this game. I was going to say that those jumps looked great for Wildcard. They prevented the Stone Gaze going off for so long. But Boom just sit there, and this Deuce ended up doing way more damage than they expected. No Sven on top of him to chunk him as fast as earlier with the extra evasion from the Butterfly against this Daedalus. It's kind of a nice item interaction for Jackie right now. And if he gets to Scotty, it's going to ruin Yamsen even more. That was a really pivotal fight in this game. If Wildcard win that, they get Roche, they might just win the game off that alone. Boom finding some life here. And if they get 1 or 2 more items, this lead is not insurmountable at all. We saw how strong the Deuce is as just the centerpiece in an engagement like that.
And Boom, yeah, they have to force the Roshan. While Darkness is on cooldown and it's not nighttime, you let it go into nighttime, you know Wildcard's going to be taken.
I don't think you can give this up if you're Wildcard. I think you can't fight it, but you can at least go for a steal. Not even going to do that. It's just gone. That feels real bad. I mean, this is a Scotty, Butterfly, Medusa, no counter, picking up an Aegis.
Yeah, you might have a 14,000 net worth lead, but the draft favors Boom as this goes late, at least for the Dusa versus Sven matchup.
Yeah, the Deuce is just so good in this game. You can't touch him right now. You have a 14K lead, but you cannot touch him. You can still take fights. As we saw, they had a very good idea about fighting around the Medusa, just killing everybody else.
Yes, and I think this is where Wildcard need to change their game plan for fights. Obviously, an Aegis on Dusa, you really don't want to initiate on him, but I think for the rest of this game, even when he doesn't have the extra life, you kind of got to start just jumping other heroes.
Yes, 100%.
Kill everybody else first.
I don't think you really want to try and all in him anymore. We saw it happen early, but it's just not going to be the case. Maybe you get like Bloodthorn or something on Sven, it changes, but for right now, you have a lot of jump. You have a lot of capability to jump the backline. Nullifier on the Night Stalker will help a lot. I think it's one of the big pieces they're waiting for. Very close to it.
It means they can jump a hero that is not the Pugna and still guarantee the kill.
As long as they don't have BKB, yes. And predominantly, you're looking at jabs right there. Take this Darkseer out of the equation. You take the auras out of the fight. It becomes a lot easier.
Radiant's top tower is
Little harpoon build up for Yamsen. Try and stick on some targets a bit more. You get that Shiva's on the Storm would also be a big damage jam. Shiva's plus the Parasma. Suddenly, you're just bursting heroes down incredibly quick.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing we haven't talked about is, you know, carry versus carry, but mid versus mid. Armel is now significantly behind the net worth of RCY, and RCY is turning into a real damage dealer thanks to his Parasma.
Yeah, but Queen of Pain has Sonic Wave, so
Yeah,
you know,
it's
always a good spell.
That's better than a 5,000 net worth lead.
I mean, if you land Sonic Wave on 4 heroes, that's almost more damage than a lot of heroes do in some of these team fights.
Sure.
Till the ultra late.
And they probably are going to be clumping up on Wildcard.
Yep.
There's legitimately a good chance you can get a 4 or 5 man Sonic Wave because they're just going to be trying to all in one hero that is silenced and jumped by the Night Stalker plus Sven.
Not the most useful shard, but at least you take it away from Boom. I think they got the 2 almost worst support shards to get in the game, the Bat Rider one and the tiny one.
Yeah.
Not anything to write home about here, but hey, good for somebody's fantasy at home.
Boom, are they? It's just a bit of a
Manta dodge
on the glimpse. A highlight reel for Jackie.
Playing out of his mind.
When nothing is happening.
He got it.
RCY on the backside here. Boom. They did very well at playing under the Night Stalker Darkness in that last team fight around Roshan. Now they're playing around a high ground ward. They know what's coming their way. They know they cannot panic when the Night Stalker jumps on them. They've just got to stick around their Dusa. Let the multi-shot go to work. Bait. He sees his opportunity, though.
Oh, you're gone.
Quick kill onto the Pugna. The heals go out, but it's simply not enough.
Can fight without him, with this Aegis especially.
And now this is going to be the awkward point where Boomer trying to retreat, but oh, goodbye, Tims. And now the Sven, though, he got Stone Gaze, and he got hold up your damage. It's too much. You may have killed the Tiny, but Jackie is still the carry supreme in these fights.
Tim's
Killed the back line.
back.
Double deaths for Tims as Fade and RCY catch him on the back end. The cores of Wildcard between RCY and Fade are doing a really good job of attacking the edges, the peripheral sides of Boom.
This game is just so sad for Boom supports. Like, everybody knows it.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what's going on. Tim's buying back. I'm here, guys. I can help. Oh, Daedalus done.
They still have Lasso. This is dangerous from Boom. One of these cores might get thrown away from the other two.
Yeah, but Jackie's so strong right now.
He is. And he is.
Touch him.
He's forcing it.
I mean, he has
Tier
40
3
seconds
straight
Aegis.
to melees. Armel's had a half HP though, and the Night Stalker's behind him. Fate jumps, they don't spot Armel. They go all in for the Darkseer. They try and get him kinetic field, holding him in. And now Fate trying to walk away, but once again, it's somebody to die. Oh, getting croakered on the way, is retreating back to the fountain. But again, they commit for a kill. They get it, but Jackie just standing there gets the turnaround.
And he gets the streak kill on the Night Stalker. I don't like these exchanges for Wildcard. It's one thing if you're getting in guerrilla warfare style, taking out a backline, surviving with the cores, but you trading cores in this game is not that great for you because the golds and experience is all going to Jack. He's now level 23. He's well ahead of this Sven.
The biggest problem on Boom has become a massive issue now.
Dude, he is crazy strong. Are they going to try and all in him here again? He's up very far alone.
They go for John Well first. They know that Boom is a bit separated right now. They do go for this Dusa. Underneath the Static Storm, Speed taking a lot of damage. Goes after it. He'll bail him out for now.
No way he lives.
Back Yamson. Jackie, he's got no mana, but they're Crepify. It saves him. They had no Nullifier now, and now he's been healed back up to full. He may not have mana, but he's got 1,500 HP, and that is enough. Wildcard scared back, and it's daytime.
Dude, the man just don't die. He's laughing it off. I mean,
that was your best chance there. It was a Pugnut Dusa pushing a tier 2. You had like 5 seconds where the Tiny couldn't be there, the Quap couldn't be there.
It's going to Kai Assange for more mixed damage here. I don't even know.
The mana loss reduction, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's good survivability value. Boom, just clawing their way back in this game off of such a ridiculous Medusa pick that Wildcard are struggling to deal with.
Yeah, the net worth has kind of stayed the same where it was like 10 minutes ago, but you could see that win percentage, it's now even.
And 2 big spells for Boom that Wildcard have to think about. One, the Pugna Decrep. They've done a decent job focusing the Pugna, taking him out. It hasn't been a big problem, but we saw it there. It can really mess with the Sven's damage. And honestly, the Sonic Wave. Armel has been on point. It's not even about the damage. You just throw it into the Sven when he's trying to all-in the Dusa, and it breaks that fight up for 2 or 3 seconds. It buys a lot of time for Jackie to survive. These Sonic Waves have been huge. And there's nothing you can really do about that one. Like, you can't buy something to deal with Sonic Wave push. I guess you can harpoon through it.
Isn't there that one enchantment that does push resistance?
Oh yeah, there is a tier 5 neutral enchantment that gives you, what is it, like displacement resistance or something?
No, it's not that. It's literally like, it always makes me think, oh good, this is the counter to Spirit Breaker. And I don't think it's tier 5, I think it's tier 4.
Are you sure? Is it tier 4? Does it even exist anymore?
No.
There's slow resistance.
Not slow resistance.
This
knockback resistance. There it is.
Does that work on Sonic Wave though?
It has to. What else is a knockback?
I don't think Sonic Wave's a knockback though.
Then what the hell is it? What? Okay, what does knockback resistance apply to that is not Spirit Breaker? It has to be
the other Spirit Breaker. Morphling when he's Spirit Breaker. Adaptive Strike is a knockback. And I think Hurricane Pike is a knockback.
Okay.
Who cares about knockback? The fight's breaking out.
Darkness pop. They go for the Dusa once again. Once again, they're trying to all in the Dusa. Will it work this time? A Sonic Wave to push away. This time they come through the Dusa. This time Yamson's damage is enough. And once the Dusa falls, everything crumbles for Boom.
Oh boy, they were not ready for that one. Yamson.
2,000 damage crit from Yamson.
Pyrrhic Cloak satanic, 4,000 HP. You're just sitting there, stone gaze for what?
Yeah, how much damage did he do with that Pyrrhic Cloak, I wonder? That is dirty.
3.
Massive damage.
You built that up so much. 3. I mean, of course, Deuce's damage, Deuce's damage numbers in that thing are incredibly buggy.
Okay, yeah.
Because it only counts the HP. It doesn't count like the reduced
it doesn't
mana.
count the mana.
Yeah, so he could have done more.
I mean, what changed out of this fight? They jumped the Deuce just like they did before, but this time it wasn't even close.
They all went on him instantly, right? Like, there's a big difference if they're all hitting him together. Night Stalker's doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, I guess last time the Storm jumped the Pugna.
It can also just come down to evasion procs, too.
Yeah,
like
that's
maybe
true.
you get 5 evasion procs, and this time you only got 2 or 3.
Yeah,
and versus Sven, that's a massive difference.
Sure.
And like, the 3 damage from Pyrrhic Cloak.
The difference,
Pushed him over the
between him getting a 2,000 damage crit and you dodge.
Yes, it's huge.
It is a massive swing. You're right.
I think what these fights show, though, is I think Jackie needs BKB. Like, these Static Storms are ruining him, but the problem is at some point you might get Ag Static Storm in this game. So going BKB isn't relevant if you're just tanking the jump anyway. It might force you to think, okay, well, if I can't tank the jump, even if I get BKB, then I need to jump.
Yeah.
Boom might not be able to play this game anymore from a standpoint of let's get jumped and take the counterplay. They might have to be the initiators. You saw the Swift Blink idea for Jackie. Their lineup is not great at initiating, though. It's kind of designed to counterplay and get jumped. And right now, if Wildcard have enough damage to push through that, it's a big problem.
Yeah, if you were able to do that before, now having level 25s on the Sven and the Storm Spirit, those are big damage upgrades.
Huge damage upgrades. Swift Blink for Yamsen, too. That is massive. Still doesn't have the evasion pierce he's looking for with the MKB next. That would be his ticket to total domination, but they have enough damage to punch through right now. This Night Stalker's doing a considerable amount, and outside of Sonic Wave Stone Gaze, you don't have BKB control, so if those spells don't go off at a timely point, Boom are not going to control the DPS coming out from Wildcard right now. Boom in trouble here. They hit their Deuce timing. We saw how strong it was, but it also got delayed a lot in this game, right? Like, they did not hit it at the prime points to close this game out, and now it's getting a little iffier. You just have to be able to survive. Quad Outworld Staff. Just try and survive. Halberd on the Tiny. Anything. I mean, get a BKB on the Pugna, right? Like, just get anything to keep you alive in these fights, and you can win it over the long term. But this is a tall order. There's still a lot of scale left in the tank for Wildcard. You can get Abyssal MKB on the Night Stalker. You can get an Ags on the Storm. You can get Refreshers. You can get that Ags on the Disruptor.
Boom. They're sitting on a high ground with a ward on the right-hand side. Now, if they stick to this area, they hold an advantage for the team fight.
Lincolns.
That is rough.
Double courier snipe.
If they move out of this spot, they will be under Wildcard's wards, which are more centered around the pit. Once again, it's going to be Wildcard making the initiation. They go for the smoke. If they wrap around from the right-hand side, it could be bad for them.
Full Refresher for speed. He's found so much farm. What? Like, what in God's name? He's almost more farm than the Quad. Just quietly got a BKB Refresher on this bat. Okay.
Yeah, what are you going to do if you get double lassoed on the Dusa? Like, that's all your damage threat.
Yeah, that's who I'm lassoing in this game.
And I love the fact they just went into the Roshan and said, you're going to hold some high ground.
Yeah, good for you.
We do this. They pop the darkness to get the clear vision. They're going to spot jabs here. All they have to make sure there's no jump in from Boom, and now they've got the extra life. RCY. He's going to lead the charge here with the Shivas. Yamsen, oh, they made a jump onto a Dosa illusion.
That's not the right one.
Try and hit the darks here, but the Stone Gaze is going to go off. This is bad. Sonic Wave pushing him back, and the first life gone. That's your God Strength. That's your BKB. Meanwhile, RCY couldn't finish him off. He got Stone Gaze towards the end of it. Still hunting for these supports, but Yamsen had no chance in hell to be able to survive on his second life. They got the Roshan, but they didn't make shit work with it. Now speed, a desperate teleport away. No stuns, he's good.
Why did they get baited by that illusion? He ran one in the river, they jumped past it. At that point, you should automatically assume he manted. There's 2 illusions out.
Oh no, he doesn't have buyback 80 seconds for Wildcard. No carry, and Boom, they've shown they're willing to just jam. When they've got the advantage, they're not scared of ending the game.
That was a catastrophic mistake from Wildcard. It might just cost them this game. Might cost them their road.
RCY, he's gonna have to play it really cool here. He has to cut the waves. Mid is already being dealt with by speed. If you can get the next wave, you might be able to stop some of this push.
This is one Rax for sure. It's just a question of how much more Boom get here.
Yeah, I mean, Boom certainly, I feel like they're going to go for more. 40 seconds left, surely.
Absolutely. Now, the question, though, is getting Rax here does not end the game. Like, you're still going to be down a lot of gold, and you do have to be careful exiting the base. No BKB Jackie, he can get glimpsed. You can be put in a weird spot. That fight worked out for Boom because they had very good high ground position. So, yeah, they'll play it safe and just get out before the Sven's even close to spawn. I think that's the correct call. Like, you do not want to risk getting Megas there and then throwing everything away.
I mean, if you have buyback, why not, I guess, is my thought.
I don't know.
I think you could have gotten that lane of barracks before the Sven was back up.
Maybe.
Is what I'm saying.
Maybe. Still glyph and stuff, too, though.
Yeah.
They can,
you're right.
You know, they can lasso somebody with this BKB bat as the Sven is 5 or 6 seconds off. It would have been pretty close.
It's going to be an Ags for Storm Spirit, which is way spookier when you're pushing Storm Spirit's high ground. And if you're getting clumped up with a Sven,
I mean, they're still very far ahead on the side of Wildcard. That's the crazy part. Like, Boom are winning these fights just purely off the
not want to get picked off here. There's definitely not enough damage or disables between these two supports, though.
I think the entirety of this game comes down to, does Wildcard jump the Dusa and get everybody on top of him, or does something weird happen, or does the jump, some other jump happen first, and the Dusa gets a free fight? That's kind of it, right? Like, nothing else really matters.
Yeah, if somehow like Jabs ever starts a fight with a vacuum wall,
yeah, it's just amazingly good for the Medusa.
AC, full AC for Fate. This Night Stalker hits really hard, and he soon has level 25 as well.
This is kind of crazy. I
If
wonder
he goes
what
the attack speed route with the Basher, like he could legitimately just perma-stun some.
Yeah, can he just man fight Medusa at that point? He's thinking about it. He's literally thinking about it. He's like, can I punch this guy in the face? This BKB for Jackie could be a big factor too, because that Ags on the Disruptor got really delayed. Bignum ended up going for more utility. So he's not really going to have it in this game in any real short-term foreseeable future. So the BKB becomes a lot more tempting for Jackie if that's the case, and that could be a big surprise factor. That one fight where he has it that you don't think he has it, then you really have to look for big lassos out of speed or the chain stun potential. I mean, we saw how useless the Yamsen is if that gap gets created between the Dusa and the Sven with the Scotty hitting. Like, the fight is over at that point in terms of what the Sven's going to do. Your two other cores might be able to still carry it.
I hesitate to ask this, but is there any chance that Sven should build an Ags?
That thing is just so much worse than it used to be. Like, it's...
Just saying, you don't like the gap.
I don't know. I'm going to say no.
Okay.
It's like a last resort thing. As long as that thing can even hurt you, because you end up flying in the air forever.
Yeah.
I'm going to veto that idea. I like the creativity, but...
Thank you.
Pass
At least
on that
you
one.
appreciate
I'll pass.
25 for Armel.
He got the BKB.
Another big talent. He got the BKB.
Yeah. Boom got to their late game power spike right here. Scary stuff. They have a win probability advantage by 10% and they're down 15k. That's very rare to see.
Especially for me, since I don't think Boom can ever hit high ground while Wildcard is up 5. You're pushing in a Storm Spirit with an Ags and a Bat Rider lasso with Refresher.
Yeah, I mean, unless speed somehow gets caught on the initiation with the Bat, it's very hard to go high ground. And you don't really have a way to counterplay that. Like, you don't have a Hex anywhere in this lineup. You don't have Wind Wakers. Your defensive item capability is a little limited.
They had that deep ward, but Sven has already gotten out.
Daytime just sitting outside the base. What are you
that's
doing there, son? That's
an idea for sure.
yeah, that's a very dangerous idea.
Trying to bait him.
Maybe. I mean, they have
Big Num's on the low ground.
He doesn't have buy.
I mean, they're going to get jumped, but they do manage to blink backwards. Sit by back in, an axe jump that goes to work. They've already taken out Tims, but Jackie has gotten the separation from Yamsen, and immediately Wildcard, they just pull the escape shoot. They say, get out.
That looked a lot better than it ended up being.
Yeah.
Because again, you get these couple man calls or vortexes, super tempting to go in, but if it's not the Dusa, is it that good for you? The answer is usually no. I mean, you can always kill a couple hero and get out, but you have to respect Jackie, and especially if the God Strength gets pulled and then it's winding down. Same with the Dark Ascension. Do not want to get caught in a long fight with your ult scoring out.
Any chance that Boom pushes high ground 4 versus 5?
It's tempting here. No God Strength,
no darkness.
Yeah, I think you do.
Still Daytime.
I think you do. This is a Megas threat. Even if you just get Glyph here, that's really valuable.
RCY. He's going to have to try and interfere as much as he can with Jackie and his damage.
Look for the lasso, though.
And can you ever get a good enough lasso that it makes Boom just full out retreat? I don't think you're winning that fight, but
Lincoln's is really annoying here. Speed can't really go and break it on his own.
It's going to be a close call because they still have Glyph as well. The God Strength is coming up very soon.
Lincoln
early BKB from Jackie.
He's just going to commit for Megas. It will leave an opening on the backside.
Okay, he's just going to run away. He's not committing for the Megas. He's committing to get out. And I think this is an opening. Wildcard is saying he pops. Okay, let's go for it. They got a lasso onto the Pugna. A grab from RCY is there as well. John Wells already dead. Fates onto the Quap at the same time while the Dusa, I mean, they're hoping that they can just stick around this Dusa as much as possible. They're being picked apart between the darkness and now the glimpse back. Good toss. They put Yamsen onto the high ground and Jackie's able to put the Scotty on him. That does cut down the Pugna though. Over the grab here, Armel is in trouble as well. Armel with his BKB, Sonic Wave pushes back. The Dusa trying to stay alive. Out of mana. Now he relying entirely on the vision of the butterfly. It's not good enough.
That toss, it looked so good and it ended so bad. You put Yamsen straight into the reach of the snake. You just took the fight to him. Able to power through it. Sonic Wave can't bail you out. Not enough gas in the tank. Tough to fight right outside Wildcard's base. And the nighttime hit. Bailed the Night Stalker out for the second half of that fight. They kited it beautifully. Picked their targets apart. They got the Pugna early.
I mean, that was a moment where Boom's discipline, it failed them.
I just disagree with that idea. Like, Jackie BKB Stone Gaze to run away, but you're not TPing out. You can't TP out, and you can't disengage from Lasso Chase, Night Stalker Disruptor, right? There's no way you ever get out of this. So you gave up a lot before this fight even started.
If you were going to commit, you had to just commit.
Yeah, I think if you BKB Stone Gaze there, you just go for Megas. And then if you lose the fight, at least you got the Megas.
But now, no Megas to defend your base, and it's Wildcard hitting your buildings instead.
Oh, what a swing. This game has gone back and forth. It's been Wildcard leading the whole way, but the win probability would disagree. Now they're up 30K though, and they have MKB on Yamsen. That's a big difference maker there.
Yeah, guaranteed hits on the Dusa. Make all the difference.
Cannot protect you now.
A wall that did not get much out of it.
And a refresher on the Storm. He ate the Ags. They have so much network.
Yeah, all that's left is a refresher on Sven, so there's no, like, if you make the jump and you fail, there's no point of weakness, right? Where Boom try and run back at you while God Strength is on.
Refresher for him would be huge.
And they may just get a refresher out of Roshan.
That would be
freebie there.
Absolutely massive here. Still buybacks to play with too. You haven't really spent any, you have 5 buybacks available if you're Wildcard.
I mean, there's no way Boom get here in time to stop this Roshan. Will they take the fight afterwards?
There's no reason to take this, right? Aggressively going into Wildcard.
Trying, but
they need control. Boom do not have enough control to focus targets down. They need hexes or abyssals or something in this lineup, like an abyssal to go into the Sven, hex to go into the Storm.
I mean, who's gonna build that for you?
And you don't really have good people to build it.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Fade
Darkseer is really the only one. You went Lotus. You can reflect the abyssal. I guess that's one way to get an abyssal.
Yeah. You can go the Ags, another pushback mechanism. kind of a pseudo stun.
He's poor as well.
Yeah.
This game just feels like it's slipping away for Boom. They had their point with this Dusa where he's kind of untouchable, but now it's just such an overwhelming net worth advantage. You're going to decimate everybody else. And the Dusa, his damage will eventually fall off. I don't really know how he can scale it much more. Like, you can get Divine Swift Blink here, and I think that is the correct max damage peak.
I just can't believe that Boom has given up entirely on the idea of ever getting a jump onto Wildcard.
Well,
Still no blink on Tiny, still like no initiation from the Darkseer.
Big Ags on that Disruptor.
Like, I get it, you have to play around the Dusa, but if you ever get a jump yourself...
But there's no follow-up on the jump. If the Tiny had Blink, at least you can toss somebody into the Dusa. That I believe in.
Yes.
And the fact they've never gone for that is a little crazy at this point.
I think that is because just making a jump means that Wildcard aren't able to get the jump on you.
I agree. There's some benefits to it. They just probably felt like they've been behind the whole game.
Oh, block of cheese arcane rune with a refresher.
That's a big boy right there.
Good lord. It's gonna go Moon Shard next. I really want to see the refresher. Where did the refresher orb go to? It went to Night Stalker.
It's a very good target for it as well.
Sure.
But it's definitely more powerful on the Sven here.
I mean, playing around any low grounds here is a full move. RCY jumps forward. Outworld staff there from Jabs.
Man, why did they make that thing look like OD Astral so much?
I don't know, man.
It keeps making me think there's an OD in the game.
Level 25 for the Bat Rider. And all the 25 talents in this game.
Don't get baited by the illusion again. That's we had nags on this Bat. That would be pretty
Playing
nice.
around a high ground ward. Yamson just blinked into Jackie. He could get tossed back here. They're trying to get the toss. He tossed him straight up in the air instead. Couldn't get the toss back easily.
That's Stone Gaze.
Stone Gaze goes out. BKB used by Jabs. It's full retreat back to the base.
Somebody's going to get jumped here.
Somebody is going to get jumped. Speed, he tried to get out. World Staff goes out. They still call the Darkseer. Tim's going to be up next. Jackie, he's getting bashed up by Fade at the same time. They give him the Decrepify. RCY goes to the back line.
Armel.
After him.
Static Storm.
Armel. He got glimpsed back into the Static Storm. RCY still hunting after them because what is there to stop this Storm Spirit from jumping over and over and over again? They're going to have to use the buybacks on these heroes. Still got the lasso, pulling the Dusa out of the base. Halfway on the mana pool. Jackie stuck inside this kinetic field, and they're working him down without the God Strength. The damage just doesn't seem to be much of a threat. A grab that gets Armel as well here. Out of mana on the side. To pull in the Pugna as well. And this is just decimation. One by one, Boom will fall. Buybacks will run out shortly. They've got 2 more to go. The Dusa and the Pugna will try and hold this game. And a Divine Rapier bought out by Jackie.
He's got to get it off the courier. He'll get it.
He'll make it in time. Wildcard will respect, despite not losing anybody there. They'll respect the fact that they use the buybacks. They'll reset up. Still have 1 minute left on the Aegis. God Strength in 10 seconds.
Too many BKBs, too much survivability. The Dusa was a problem, but now the Storm, the Night Stalker, these heroes are just equally unkillable.
Maybe the Divine Rapier puts the threat back into Yamson, because he was just taking the fight to Dusa without God Strength.
Yeah, if you're losing the fight to God Strengthless Sven, you got problems.
And now he's got it back up again. 30 seconds left on the extra life. Mega's all but guaranteed as Boom retreat behind their tier 4s. The step forward. Jabs. He gets off the BKB by Yamson. He gets the jump on John Well. He's already gone, and Jabs will be worked down by the other 2.
Static Storm.
Do put a lot of damage on Yamson here. Yamson, 5 seconds left on the Aegis. He will expire. He goes down. Fade, he's up next here. Gets a little bit low. The control on Jackie, though, is a nuisance. They have too many stuns. Tim's, he's gone now. It's just Jackie left. Jackie against 5.
That felt like it was inevitable. It's been him versus the world for some time.
And they're going to glimpse him away from defending his tier 4s. A glyph goes out, 20 seconds left till Armel can rejoin the fight.
I mean, they don't even need to kill him here. They can end just kite him around, lasso him.
E-blade him. Oh, yeah. They've got disable after disable. Yamson, he blinks away from Jackie. Flame break to push him away. They're just doing anything they can to keep the Dusa off the Sven. The Sven can end the game by killing the Ancient. Armel is back. Armel's just gonna come forward. Sonic Wave pushing Amson into the Medusa. They actually have a chance here. They can kill the Sven. They've got him, but Ancient is low enough. Wildcard full commit and end it. Taking game 2 and giving us a game 3 elimination match.
Wow, what a comeback from this team. It felt like they were just going to go out. The game was